In today's video, I'm going to share 10 ways that you can make your backyard look really expensive on a budget. My first tip is finding your outdoor furniture used on Facebook Marketplace. The trick to buying used furniture, especially patio furniture, is to pick one color and one texture. So we went with this brown fake wicker look, which means everything was bought separately, but everything coordinates. So this is definitely the tip that I recommend for you when shopping used furniture online, is to have a color and a texture in mind so it ties together on a budget. One of the best ways to make your backyard look really expensive is lighting. So much lighting. Of course, the dollar store has a ton of solar options. These stick in your garden. I'm also going to use these. They're supposed to be for stairs, but to light the pool at night. So that's a really inexpensive option. But my favorite way to light your backyard is with these big string lights. They're the Edison bulbs. These are from Costco, so inexpensive, and they instantly make your backyard feel like a high-end outdoor patio space, like a restaurant or a bar. When we were in New York, these were everywhere, and now we can recreate that here in our backyard. We have a strand running from tree to tree in the backyard that lights everything, and we use that all year long. And I'm gonna put some here in the gazebo, so when we're eating dinner at night, it feels like a fancy restaurant. I think this one is my absolute favorite tip, and that is taking dollar store pots or really cheap pots. These were $3 each, and making them look so expensive just by flipping the bottom one upside down and gluing another one on top. We went to the hardware store looking at big pots like this, and they were almost $100. I can make this for $6, and they make any flower or ferns that you put in instantly look dramatic and expensive. One of my favorite ways to add big drama to my backyard is with big green plants. And I love palms and ferns because they're cheap, but they look really expensive, especially if you put them in your stacked pots. They're gonna look taller, they're gonna look way more expensive, and it's gonna make your backyard look and feel like a vacation oasis. I really want my backyard to feel like an extension of the inside, so I'm bringing the inside out with outdoor curtains and outdoor pillows. I picked up 2 of these sets of curtains from Amazon. They were just $15 for a set. Such a good price. They are mildew resistant, they are completely waterproof, and they make my gazebo feel like an outdoor cabana. And of course, outdoor throw pillows are waterproof. They add a lot of softness and coziness to your space, and they're not going to get ruined even if it rains. If you love the idea of having outdoor pillows, but you don't want to sit on wet pillows, you can store them in plastic laundry hampers. Plastic laundry hampers are all weatherproof. Just top it with a tray or a piece of wood to create a functional side table and lots of storage for all of your outdoor cushions. I love filling my deck with lots of pots of flowers. It just feels so summery, but my favorite pot of all is this herb and lettuce pot. Every single year we have these tiered inexpensive planters, and I plant things like lettuce so we can come out and make a fresh salad. There's kale, spinach, basil, oregano, rosemary, parsley, cilantro, all of our favorite things in this one pot, and it looks beautiful. You would never know by looking at it that every single thing in here is actually edible, but yeah, I think that's the whole point. Having plants that do double duty, not just filling it with flowers, but filling it with things you can eat too. Storage in the backyard is super important, and my favorite thing to store back here is flip-flops. We have brand new flip-flops that we have for guests that come over. I just picked them up from the dollar store because we go in and out our back door constantly, and this way you don't have to wear your shoes through the house. Here in Canada, we don't wear shoes in the house, so this way we have our family's flip-flops and guest flip-flops stored right at the door. And I also use these dollar store baskets just hanging on a fence post with lots of hooks. This is the perfect storage for things like sunscreen and bug spray and the lighter for the barbecue and all of the other things that end up being clutter outside. I'd like to thank Ruggable for sponsoring today's video. We have Ruggable rugs on all of our doors and all of our high traffic areas in my house because I have kids and pets and I need something that's going to last. We go in and out of this door dozens of times a day, all summer long. The kids have dirty feet, there's grass, the dog has muddy paws. I need a rug that is durable. I need it to be spill proof and stain resistant and washable. I think my favorite part is you would never know that this is a machine washable rug. It's gorgeous. I love it. It looks high end, it's beautiful, it matches my decor, and this will last me a lifetime. You can save 10% right now. Go to myruggable.com/clutterbug10. Use the promo code clutterbug10 to save 10%. I'm gonna put the link in the description below. I love having a decorated table. I just think it adds so much color, but I'm also lazy, so everything has to be waterproof. I leave this out all summer long and everything's from the dollar store. I made this simple centerpiece using a pot from the dollar store, adding in some dirt and some just succulents from the grocery store, so it's super low maintenance, but I actually love the way it looks. And I have these adorable little watering cans also from the dollar store. I just added rocks and some dollar store citronella candles so they keep away the bugs when we're eating out here in the summer. I think my favorite part though are these plastic placemats. These are heavy enough that they won't blow away even in a strong wind, but they're also completely waterproof. So I can leave these out even if it's raining, and they always look good all summer long. It's summertime, so you need fire in your backyard. We have a fire table, and I think that is the best investment we made in this backyard, but it is expensive. You can create something yourself that has the look of a fire table on a shoestring budget with some dollar store picture frames. They only had pink, but I wanted these long frames. I took them apart and just gave a quick coat of spray paint to one of the frames, and then went ahead and added the bottom of the frame back in upside down so I could then put in the panes of glass to create this little tray. I used a combination of E6000 and hot glue to hold them into place, put another bottom, and then covered that with dollar store stones, and then just added some simple dollar store citronella candles. Because of the glass, this really reflects the light and amplifies the light, giving the look of a fire table, but for under $10. I hope you're feeling inspired to add some color, maybe some dollar store decor to just update your backyard and make it feel more expensive, more luxurious, and more like an oasis this summer. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. I moved to this house because of the backyard. I wanted to live on the river, and I hardly ever get to film videos out here because it is ridiculously loud. If you watch Hot Mess House, you know that I filmed a bunch of it out. It took hours to get a 2-second clip. Do you hear them? Because the geese honk nonstop. They honk at 5 a.m. every morning. That is our alarm clock. They honk at night, in the middle of the night. They just never stop honking. The lawnmowers, the trucks going by, the airplanes. I'm frustrated filming this video because I've had to stop and restart a million times. The dog's barking. My backyard is Grand Central Station, apparently. I thought it would be lovely, nature, calming. It is not. It is loud. I need a fountain to drown it out. Let me know in the comments below if your backyard is a restful retreat or if it's also the very opposite. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.